Yo peeps, what's going on? Back again with another vid. We've got the preview for Brighton v Spurs. Am I confident going into this game? Absolutely not. When we go to Brighton, of late, not been the best. I'm sure we got smacked last season at Brighton away 3-0, so I'm not confident, and Brighton not in their best of form. But again, Tottenham, Santa Claus of the Premier League, I'm sure we'll give them a victory. It's in them to just go on a bad run and just lose to these rubbish teams that just part the bus and can't break them down. So who knows? We have no Harry Kane, so the Son and Kane combination will not be in effect. And God knows who Reno's going to start up top. And the choices I've seen him make lately does not give me any confidence. I would like to see Vinicius in there, but he'll probably play Son as a false 9 and have Lamella playing there or whoever else. God knows, I couldn't tell you. But this is a big game for Tottenham. I'm sure Højbjerg said, and I quote, there's only one thing to do, and that is to pick yourself up and show a reaction. Now obviously players are not going to say, oh well, we lost and we're just gonna see how it goes. Of course not. You're gonna say the right things for the fans to hear. It's a PR move. You've got to try and give the fans hope after such a diabolical game. It's just gonna happen. Oh, we're going game by game, or we're taking it game at a time, or we got to get the 3 points. To just say what you want to hear. And of course that's what we want, a reaction. But they say one thing, but the actions show a totally different thing. So we'll see. I don't want to hear your words, so rather you not say anything and go out there and get the job done. That is what you're supposed to do. That shows a reaction. Not saying, oh, we need to pick ourselves up and go next game and they play even worse. And I've seen it, especially this season. Oh, that wasn't a good game, so next game we're gonna dust ourselves off and start again and go and give it our all and try and get 3 points. Now I'm not saying you must say, oh yeah, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna get revenge, or we're gonna take it on this team and we're just gonna go and get 3 points. No, that would be silly. But you say you try and get 3 points, cool. Then I watch you play, and then you play like you're trying to get -3 points. That's what I've seen. So you can only take what they say with a pinch of salt, because it's all PR. It means nothing. Most of these people don't really care. They're getting their money. They're getting 70 grand a week, 40 grand a week, 100 grand a week. Do you really think they care? They're gonna get paid regardless. Just like they say we want to win a trophy, next season we'll do better, and the next season they do the same thing, get knocked out at the same stage. So they just don't learn. It's like the kid that always does something, hurts themselves, but they keep going back and doing it again and again. They just don't learn. And that's what Tottenham are. So I'm not confident. Obviously the team's good enough to beat Brighton, of course. But it's going out and doing it, performing on the pitch. That's where you're supposed to talk. Not in interviews and whatever else. Or rather you just don't do them. There's some players that don't do interviews. Be like them. get on the pitch and talk there. You're a footballer, not a TV presenter, not a social media influencer. You're not a preacher, you're a footballer. So do your job, get on the pitch and do your job, which is to go and win games, or at least try and win a game. Because if I'm being honest, we're now about to enter Feb, and I'm fed up already and want the season done. And it's not even because Kane got injured, it's because the football has been shocking at times and boring. If you're gonna bore me to death, at least let me get some reward for it. A win. Go on the pitch and perform. Put in an effort. You know when they, in acting, in the theatre, when they say, oh, go and break a leg. They don't mean literally go and break a leg. They mean go and give it your all and just smash the performance. And I can't remember much games you don't have went and broke a leg in. I can think of two off the top of my head, which is City and Arsenal, or Man United. So they have the ability to do it. They just choose when to do it. They're just not consistent. And that's our problem. We're too inconsistent, hence our results of late have not been consistent. So God knows what's going to happen on Sunday, but I guess we're in for a ride and we'll find out. They've ruined the weekend. Let's see if they're going to ruin the start of my week. But let's get into the starting 11. In between the sticks, he had an absolute nightmare on Thursday, but he's the best keeper at the club. There's no question. So the Reese comes in. That's it. Simple. Just have a better game. He doesn't usually have a run of bad games, so he should have a good game on Sunday. And might not even have a lot to do, but he should have a good game. So the reason go for me. On the right, Ori back in. Wasn't good last time out, but hey, we move. And we don't have no one else to put in there, so he's getting in there. Simple as that. And I'm wondering if I should go with a back three. I probably would. And I will go with Roden, even though he had a not so good second half. Not a bad second half. He just had a moment in the second half where he just lost his bearings and wasn't aware of what was around him and gave her a goal. But other than that, one of the better players on the pitch. And I'm going with Alderweireld because he needs to get into his team because his defence is just looking shaky and just like it's got no foundation. It's about to crumble. And as they say, strikers win you games, defenders win you leagues. And I'm not saying we've got a defence to win the league, but he's definitely the best one there, which can prevent people scoring and us actually doing something and getting 3 points. So in this situation, goals win you games and defenders get you 3 points. That's about it. And next to them, Ben Davies. He had a good game actually when he came on, and he had a good game last time out. So for me, since Reguilon's come in, Ben Davies has stepped up. As I said before, it's been a lot more easy on the eye, and his crossing's still a little bit shaky. Sometimes his passes can be a bit, but for the most part, he's definitely stepped up, especially defensively. So for me, we go with a back three, and Ben Davies comes in. Eric Dyer has to get in the bin because I'm tired of seeing him. I'm tired of seeing Sanchez. I don't want to see him either. So that would be my back three. And I'm going to have, and that's only if Reguilon's not fit. If Reguilon's not fit, then obviously Sanchez will come in. I don't want to see Dyer. Sanchez will come in, and then shift Ben Davis onto the left. But again, that depends on Reguilon's fitness. Going into midfield, gotta have my guy Holberg. Højbjerg's one of the definitely the underrated, unsung hero at the club. Because since he's come in, we've looked a lot better in midfield and defensively. And to be honest, it's what's made some of our defenders look good, because he's come in and broke it up and they've had much to do. So, no brainer, he comes in for me. Sissoko, I don't want to see how he winks. I don't care if it's Brighton, I don't want to see how he winks. We need someone direct, quick. And that is Sissoko. In front, and Ndombele, I think we'll have a good game. This is a good opponent for him. And this would be a good game for him to come into after the Liverpool one. So, for me, Ndombele's got to come in. Up top is obviously probably going to be Son. But for me, this is my 11, and I want to see Vinicius in there. We brought him here to cover for Kane. Well, guess what? Kane's injured, so put him in. And it's Brighton. Put him in. He holds the ball up better than Son, and he can link play, so put him in. And obviously Son on left, and seeing as I want Vinicius up top, I want to see Lucas on the right. Not Lamella, not Bergwijn, who bring nothing to the team, just passengers. So we're like a player down. So I want to see Lucas, who I know doesn't score a lot of goals. He really should be scoring more, if I'm honest. But you know what you're getting with Lucas. He's going to use his pace, trickery, and he's going to track back and work his arse off. And that's what you want. Someone to put their all into it 100% for the badge. And he might not score goals, but you know Lucas is going to give 100% and play for the badge. And as a fan, you can't ask for any more than that. So for me, Lucas has got to come in. So my 11 is Lloris, back three, Roden, Alderweireld, Davis, unless Reguilon's injured and Davis will shift to the left and Sanchez will come in. And on the right wing back, we're having Aurier, centre midfield. We're having Højbjerg, Sissoko, just ahead of them, and Ndombele up top, Vinicius, left Son, right Lucas. Don't want to see Bell either, because he's not shown nothing to warrant a place in the starting 11. He had his chances. He came on yesterday, he did nothing. So, no, bin. Not yesterday, Thursday. So, bin. Not good enough. It's not worked out for him. So, maybe bring him on there. Although we did get the winner in the reverse fixture, but no, don't want to see him. So, that's the preview. As always, you know, the review comes after the game, and the ratings will be here on Monday. But until then, I'm out of here. Peace.